What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Pokey Office. My name is Colin. Today, Stellar Crown has officially been out for 1 week, and so I wanted to talk about, is this set investable as like a Pokemon sealed product, as Pokemon singles, all of the above? What do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. My gut instinct says maybe, which probably is going to be my answer for like most sets, unless it's in Evolving Skies where it's like, heck yeah, put some money in there, baby. But, you know, I've broken it down into a couple things that I really like about Stellar Crown, a couple things that I don't love about Stellar Crown, and we'll just kind of have a little bit of a discussion. Probably a shorter video today, to be honest with you. Number one, I really like the illustration rares of Stellar Crown. I mean, it's got the Squirtle, it's got the Bulbasaur. Those two are kind of the front runners of the illustration rare department of Stellar Crown, and they just all go along really nicely with that promo card from Obsidian Flames. So you have like the trilogy of Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur, all in like their home environment with Pidgeys, and I mean, they are legitimately awesome. I think I've pulled the Bulbasaur and the Squirtle now twice, which is super epic. Okay. The other illustration rares, though, however, are also really good in the set. You got the Zeraora, which is really cool. The Ladian is actually awesome. Let's actually just go take a look at some of these really cool cards. So I'm just on the pricing table on TCG Player. So here's the Squirtle, an absolutely gorgeous card. Like, it is top-notch. I'm going to be honest with you. Completely top-notch. Then we have the Bulbasaur right here. This one, I like the Squirtle a lot better, but this one is still really cool. The Bulbasaur, still a really cool card. Both of them holding some nice value. The Squirtle's at $40 and the Bulbasaur almost at $32. So a pretty nice illustration rare hit. Then if we scroll down a little bit, I really, really dig this card. The Zeraora looks absolutely spectacular. I think it is a really, really cool artwork, and I'm a big fan. Then the next on the list, money-wise anyways, the Joltik. This one is okay. It doesn't do anything spectacular for me, but I can appreciate it for sure. Getting down here, we have the Reboot. I really like this card. It's a really, really great artwork and actually looks so much better in person than on the screen. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, here's the other one that I mentioned, the Ladian. This is a spectacular card, legitimately. It's only $2.95 market price, but this Ladian card is absolutely a banging illustration rare. I just absolutely love it. I pulled it on the live stream yesterday, which was epic. Then we got the Gulpin. This one, a very interesting take on an artwork because that like kind of pink and the blue and the green are all just like a really flat color on the card, which looks really interesting. And those are kind of like the standouts. Actually, let's talk about this Crabominable a little bit. This is maybe, I've said it a few times, maybe the most interesting illustration rare card that Pokemon has come out with, because it's just so white, and I don't know. I don't like it. I want to like it. It's very interesting, but it just doesn't pop like I want it to. So that's one of those things. One of the other things I really like about the Stellar Crown set is that it has those rainbow borders. And now hear me out before you judge me. I love the idea of the rainbow borders. Talked about that last week already too. But the rainbow borders, like on the Lapras double rare card, look so good. It is such a cool idea. And then we get into the Terra cards and the special illustration rare rainbow borders, the Galvantula and the Terrapagos EX special illustration rare, and they look cheap. And it's like, this is where we move into the things that I don't like about Stellar Crown. Man, they just missed the mark a little bit. It could have been so much better. And I know I already talked about this stuff on a previous video, so I don't want to talk too much about it, but they just missed the mark, and I think this set could have been so much better with a little bit more care towards like the intricacies of what makes cards really cool and really collectible. Next thing, you've already heard me say it a million times, but I have to say it again. How is there no Lapras in this set? Is Pokemon just like scared of free money? Because if they put a Lapras in the set, Stellar Crown would immediately jump up a tier of awesomeness for sure. But we don't need to go down that rabbit trail again. So is it investable? Here's my kind of take on the matter. It's got illustration rares. The special illustration rares, we have the Terrapagos, we have the Galvantula, we have the Lacey, the Briar, the Daxbun, and I'm missing one. I can't remember it off the top of my head. There's one more. I don't know if there's any real big chase cards in Stellar Crown, and I think the pricing is already kind of starting to come down a little bit and show that. Do people really want that Terrapagos card? I mean, it's a cool card, don't get me wrong, and I want it. But I don't think that like 3 to 5 years from now, are people going to want to come back to Stellar Crown and rip into it to try and get the Terrapagos EX special illustration rare? That feels a little bit far-fetched to me. Far-fetched. He could use a special illustration rare for sure. That would be pretty epic. Anyways, I don't think there's that big chase card. So immediately when I think back, like if Bulbasaur and Squirtle illustration rares are kind of the main chase cards of the set that people want to go back to the set for, is that enough? And no, I don't really think so. If Terrapagos stuns some people and like actually continues to be a chase card, then Stellar Crown could perform quite well. But if we're just talking about the Squirtle and the Bulbasaur, that's not enough to make this set good. The other ones, the Briar and the Lacy actually has gone up in price quite a bit. I have it here. It's currently $50 basically while I'm recording this, and I like the card, don't get me wrong, but there's just not a good enough chase card in the set. Second thing I don't like about the set, and I don't think it's investable because of it, is because it's a small set. Small sets just seem like they don't do quite as good. When there's big sets with lots of chase cards, lots of special illustration rares, lots of illustration rares, takes a lot of value to complete the set, or a lot of value to, or a lot of packs to find the card that you're looking for. I think that makes a set very like chaseable, if that makes sense. Stellar Crown doesn't feel very chaseable to me. Like I've probably opened 12 booster boxes up to this point, or 12 booster boxes worth of cards. I've pulled the Terrapagos twice, pulled the Squirtle twice, pulled the Bulbasaur twice. Haven't pulled the Hydrapple yet, so that's a cool one. But it's not that chaseable. Like, it feels too small to have like this epic chase card. Even thinking back to Twilight Masquerade, the Greninja, it's like a really hard card to pull. And I mean, opening day I pulled 2 Terrapagoses. Maybe I'm just lucky, but maybe it just is a small set as well. The one thing I will say, and that probably will bring us to the end of the video, small sets like this that don't perform extremely well right out of the gate, there's a chance that Pokemon never reprints Stellar Crown. And this is all hypothetical and me just guessing, because I have no idea what Pokemon's plans are. But you look back to the few sets, and the one that always comes to mind for me is Rebel Clash. Pretty short printed set. I mean, Team Up was also that short printed set, but at a very different time in Pokemon. And those sets do extremely well early because they're not that easy to find, and then they kind of flatline. Team Up didn't. Don't put me in the Team Up situation. But Rebel Clash early had a big spike in the graph, and now it's just kind of been flat for the last year and a half, because it was hard to find. It's that cool collectible piece, but no one really wants to open Rebel Clash. Is that Stellar Crown? Is Stellar Crown the Rebel Clash of Scarlet and Violet era? I don't think it's that bad. I like the set. I have fun opening the set, but I think it's on a fairly low tier in terms of ranking the Scarlet and Violet sets so far, like we've discussed earlier this week. So, is it investable? Maybe. That's my answer. But we got to rip into it, of course. It's still week 1 of Stellar Crown, baby. And hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel with bell notifications on. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. If you want to support me more, you can join the YouTube membership. The link is down below in the description, or you can go on my YouTube homepage. Hit the join button, and that gets you discount codes to thepokeyoffice.com. I'd appreciate you going to check it out, trying to grow that thing more and more. So, yeah, appreciate all your support. Let's rip into 10 packs of Stellar Crown. All right, here we go. 10 packs, Stellar Crown. Still looking for that Terrapagos for myself. I would also absolutely love to pull one of the Squirtle, or the Bulbasaur, or the Lacy, or the Briar, or the Daxbun, or the Hydrapple. The Hydrapple actually probably my current chase, but I mean, you gotta love pulling any card that's worth some value, right? Like that's part of what the chase is for me, for sure. But I don't know. It's just one of these sets already only a week old, and talking about whether it's investable or not. Ooh, Terrapago CX. Check this card out though. Like that is what I'm talking about. That rainbow border on this one looks so good. So good. And yet, hopefully, I pull that rainbow Terrapagos special illustration rare so we can compare, because it's not quite as good. It's still pretty good though. Come on. Is that? Ooh. Nope. Just kidding. Choke. Choke. Oh man, I'm tired. Yikes. Thanks for sticking with me, even though I am a total and absolute loser sometimes. It's okay. It's okay. Come on. We gotta get something good out of here. Something good. Anything? I mean, 3 hits. It's not like we're doing bad. It's just we're not getting the good hits. The the Terrapagos is actually a pretty good card, not the Galvantula. Worth a couple bucks for sure, so hard to complain about. But we want some more. I'm greedy. Greedy, I tell you. Oh. Also, just don't have the hands today. Butterfingers, I don't even know what I'm doing. So, back to the question. Do you think Stellar Crown is investable? I think it really, this set, probably more than most sets out of Scarlet and Violet Arrow so far, depends on the print run that this gets. I really think that. Because if it's short printed, I think any set can be investable. And if they print a lot of it, then this is going to be one of the weaker sets out of Scarlet and Violet Arrow so far, I think. This and probably Obsidian Flames. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of lost for words. I don't know what to think about Stellar Crown. It's a little bit... Yeah, I can't come up with the word. I can't come up with it. It's just fine. Stellar Crown is a fine set. Nothing more and nothing less. Hi, Drapple. And fine just doesn't make a set really investable. That's the whole point of this video. It's just meh. And that's me saying that. So that probably actually means it's not a great set. Because usually I have a lot of good things. Like, I like a lot of things. I'm easy to please. And Stellar Crown is just meh. Last pack. Nothing. I mean, 4 hits. Just nothing spectacular. Anyways, that's going to do it for me at the Poke Office. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think. Is it meh? Is it investable? Is it not investable? Stellar Crown. It's been out for a week. We still got lots of it more to open here on the channel. Until next time, peace!